Hi everyone, and welcome to the Inside the Orange podcast. Today I welcome back Godwin Di Battista, fresh from his 166-kilometre walk from Bedford to Brighton to help support the charity Children with Cancer UK. This episode is the return of the Walking Wonder. So before I welcome my guest today, I just want to say a massive thank you to everyone who has viewed, who has liked, and who has subscribed to the podcast going forward. I couldn't do it without you, and spreading messages that we want to spread is all about having listeners who want to hear it. Thank you so much for that. There'll be a link in the description if you haven't seen any of the previous episodes or heard of the previous episodes, and by all means please like and subscribe this so more people get a chance to hear it. But again, thank you from the bottom of my heart for helping me out with this. So into today's episode, and I'm delighted to welcome back Godwin Di Battista. Godwin, hello.
Hello. How's everyone out there today?
I'm sure they're good, and I'm sure they're so excited to hear your story and what happened over this last weekend. So just a quick one from me then. 166 kilometres, all completed?
All completed, right down into the sea.
Fantastic. Now, when you say into the sea, do you mean into the sea?
Literally stopping on the not sandy beach, walking down into the water, and literally finishing with a big splash for what we have achieved with this.
Right. You refer there to Brighton Beach because I remember you had a chat with us earlier on and you said you look forward to getting to the sandy beaches of Brighton. No one told you.
That was so funny because I was a bit fatigued, obviously, and then I thought, right, the sandy beach. I'll take my shoes off and run in the sea. But what do I find? Rocks. So I'm thinking, where has the sand gone? But you know what? I couldn't believe. I always associated beaches with sand. That's me, you know. It's my brain sometimes. I don't know.
Top man. So what we're going to do today, so we're going to look at a few pre-recorded conversations we had while you were on the road, and then we're going to have a little chat about things that happened. There were some highs, there were some lows, and there was a finish line.
Yes, highs, lows, finish line, episodes. It was an interesting, long weekend, but we did it. We got there. We said we would get there, and we did.
And that's the bottom line, isn't it, at the end of the day? And we're helping Children with Cancer UK to raise some money for their fantastic cause. So brilliant. So first of all, I'm going to take you back. I've got a recording here. I'll take you back to Saturday morning. That was around 8:40 on Saturday morning. I met you in Flitwick.
Yes, you did.
We'll have a little listen to the audio and we'll have a little chat once we come back. So, how's it been so far to start?
Oh, the pace is brilliant. Thanks to these guys walking with me, Chris and Charlotte, today. The pace is much, much quicker, mate. Yeah?
That's fantastic.
And the day's lovely, isn't it, for it? Look at it.
Absolutely, mate. Yeah. So, any challenges so far that you've had?
I wouldn't say challenges. I mean, quite on the road, really, because it's early morning, it's a Saturday, so it's quite quiet. But the thing is, thinking about where I'm heading, which is Brighton, London first and then Brighton, thinking about that, it's a challenge, but I'm full of adrenaline at the moment, and I'm doing this for a brilliant cause, isn't it? So, yeah.
Fantastic, mate. Do your support little walkers here fancy a little chat as well? So let's hear how proud of you of your dad at the moment.
Oh, I mean, the word proud doesn't even cut it. I'm not sure what type of word would cut it. Just absolutely, I cannot describe how extremely proud I am of him. He is completely, I'm actually a fitness trainer myself, that's my job. And I often get clients asking me, what's your inspiration? I.e. for exercising and fitness, and for me I always say it's this man standing in front of us, my dad. He absolutely, totally is my fitness inspiration, 100%.
Fantastic, that's absolutely brilliant. So it's Charlotte that's doing this part of Charlotte doing this part of the walk, aren't you? And your sister is doing the London bit.
Exactly, so Sophie will be taking the reins and she will be doing the London to Brighton, well, hopefully.
Fantastic, well done. And we've got a third person here as well.
We do.
Chris, hello Chris, how are you finding it? Are you keeping up with these guys?
It'll be the longest walk I've ever done. Awesome stuff. Well, this is for the Inside the Orange podcast that your dad, Goddo, did the other day. We're going to have another catch-up on Wednesday to go out on Thursday. Last word from you, mate. How are we doing?
First of all, I would like to thank you, mate, for doing this for us. You've been so supportive, so much. Appreciate it a lot. But I'm really, 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 really energized by the support I got from work colleagues and by friends, neighbours, family, Malta and UK. These guys, my other daughter and Malcolm and Sophie, the energy is from them, you know, because it's a team effort. We're doing it all together. Me and them and me.
Absolutely brilliant. Listen to that, guys. So he was so unprepared that I was going to shove a microphone in his face this morning while he was walking, but as professional as ever as he does it. Good luck, guys. I'm going to walk a little bit further with you, but I'm going to sign off here now. But let's smash it.
So, Godwin, basically, you've had quite a few people walk with you. We heard from Charlotte there. So, how important was the support from people like Charlotte, Chris, Sophie, Malcolm, and you've said Phil Jenks on the last episode? How important was that for you?
Yeah, it was very important to have support walkers, because when you're on your own, for some reason it seems longer, but when they're around, they're bringing their youthful energy to you, and they are chatting with you, and you're moving forward together. So a sense of teamwork, and I believe in teamwork wholeheartedly. So it was important to have them with me, because walking down the road, seeing Andy Malin coming towards me and walking with us for a bit, and then further down, Dave Carman and Phil Jenkins joined me round about Luton, and then going further along, two friends of mine, dear friends of mine, Ella and David, they joined us at Harbenden for a short while. So it was a really, really, really lovely day, seeing people coming to support. They could have been doing something for themselves that Saturday, but they chose to come and support what we created and what we were doing, and they really added to the beauty of what this walk was.
Brilliant, and I think it was nice that I had a little chat with Charlotte. Obviously, I missed Sophie on the second day because of the circumstances we'll get to later on. So I think of it as a parent, so our job as parents is to help our children try and become the people they are. So how does it feel to hear you being explained as an inspirational person to your daughter? How does that make you feel?
I must, and thank you for mentioning Charlotte, because today is her birthday, and I want to send her my love on a special day. With Charlotte, we've always done things together where it comes to sports. So we play squash together, we jog, gym, always find something to do together when it comes to sporting events. And being her as a fitness trainer, personal trainer, and a Pilates instructor, she usually inspires me, because she does so many things with that and achievements. But to hear that from her today, and I couldn't hear that when you were actually interviewing her live, it's really blown me away. Because me as a parent, since they were kids, I've always wanted, and I'm sure parents like myself do the same, I've always wanted the best for them, you know, the best possible place where they can reach. Not pushing them, but letting them naturally follow the path of their lives. So to hear that from Charlotte, and another thing I need to mention was on a Saturday night, in the last 2 kilometers, where we just hit the top end of London, of the M1. By the way, we weren't walking on the M1, so don't worry about that. We were coming off the A5.
Good safety message there. Well done, mate.
Yes, not on the M1. I'm going to make a petition, though, to get a pavement sorted on the M1 from Bedford all the way down to London. That would help me. Anyway, so with Charlotte, she was limping 2 kilometers out, and I thought, and I was getting tired mentally as well. But she kept pushing me to go forward. She said, "Dad, we've got this. Come on, we're nearly there," even though we were still about 40 minutes away. But she kept actually pushing and pushing and pushing and telling me we can do it till we got to the finish line. And obviously when we got to the finish line, I looked at her and I said to her, "Shar, you're my legend, you know, you're my rock. You know, you kept going for me to finish what we started." So I would like to take my hats off to her and say that I love her, and she was an inspiration to me as much as I was to her this weekend.
Oh, that's absolutely fantastic. Beautiful message there, mate. Going to move into the second clip now. I think I got in touch with you around Elstree, Radlett, Watford way as you were just approaching North London. Let's have a little listen and we'll have a catch up afterwards.
Hello, my man. How are you?
I'm awesome, mate. How are you? How are you getting on?
We're getting really well, mate. We are 63 kilometers in. We've got another 4 hours of walking, but we're still going strong. Unfortunately, we did lose Chris to the injury, but it's me and Charlotte now, all the way down into Paddington.
Oh, okay. Is Chris all right? Just to clarify.
He's had to go back home, mate, because it's like he pulled something, so he can't really carry on.
No, obviously, best decision.
I had the avocado boys come down. First of all, you, mate, brilliant. And I had Dave Carman, Phil Jenks join me. You know, I mean, Phil Jenks, he actually walked all the way to St. Albans with us. Amazing, mate. Really good, strong support there.
Oh, that's fantastic. And so, where are you now exactly? Did you say? Sorry.
So we've just gone through Elstree, and we are heading into Edgware, which means North London, which means getting closer for this first leg.
That is absolutely amazing. You sound exactly the same as when I spoke to you this morning. That's unbelievable how far you've walked and you still sound exactly the same.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really energized by a lot of the well-wishers support, and we're getting very close to 4 grand now, so we're really energized, mate. I could go on forever.
Oh, that's absolutely brilliant, mate. I won't keep you too long because obviously, you know, you've got a lot to do, and I'm loving catching up with your story on Instagram and things like that. But
lovely.
Again, fantastic, and thank you so much for this little catch up. What I'll do is I'll probably give you a call back tomorrow morning again, just when you start off. Have a.
I'm planning to start off about 7ish, so if you want to ring after 8, that would be perfect, mate.
That's absolutely brilliant, mate. So, yeah, as I say, I'll do that. So, yeah, mate, honestly, keep going. We absolutely think it's fantastic. You know, brilliant, mate. Just well done from everyone. And you can see from the
support and calling, mate.
No worries at all. You can see from everyone helping you and walking with you that this means a lot, and you're doing everyone so proud. So, absolutely well done, mate.
Thank you, Richard. I appreciate that.
We'll have a catch up tomorrow. Thank you so much, buddy.
Yeah, you have a good night.
Okay, so it was amazing to hear how well you sounded at that point, mate. And on that day, I kind of followed you to the finish line in Paddington. It looked very emotional. But for people that aren't aware, there was an episode that you had to have medics on. Can you just go through that a little bit for us, please?
Yes. When we got to our finish line, I was so thrilled to have actually got there in decent time, and then all I wanted to do was naturally sit down and chill, and so did Charlotte. Sat down, and I saw that they put some snacks out and stuff, you know, and but I seemed to have to go into a trance, like I was staring without seeing anything, if you know what I mean. And then suddenly I had a vision of the people in front of me moving, and I'm thinking, this doesn't seem right. And then the next thing I knew, I woke up to paramedics putting wires on me to test me, you know, and stuff. I'm thinking, what happened there? Did I go to sleep? And a lot of things were happening so quickly. But in my mind, I was thinking, what's going on? You know, I've got a walk to finish. You know, I need to finish this walk. We started it together. We're not going to stop now. And what happened was, due to exhaustion, I had a medical episode. I passed out for a few minutes. The medics came. I would like to say a big thank you to the NHS. Within 5 minutes, they were exactly attending to me. My heart out goes to the paramedics that came so quickly. And they had advice to postpone the walk. My family were very concerned because what they saw in front of them was their husband, their dad, passing out in front of them. It must have been a bit of a scary moment for them as well. It was a bit for me, to be honest. But I was determined that we'd build up such a strong team to go forward and finish this walk, that although the medical advice was please be cautious and please replan, maybe postpone by a week, waking up to all the messages from well-wishers from across the board, I was overwhelmed. And, it took me about an hour just to read all the messages of, come on, Goddo, we hope you're okay. You don't have to finish it now. You can go back to it. But I was determined to actually carry on. And a little message I want to put across to you today is that when you're faced with a challenge, be positive and take it on, but be cautious as well. So plan it well. Don't overdo it. Make sure you got plenty of time to rest and stick to your plans. So when you set out with a plan, don't try to change it to be quicker, because it could have a different effect. And that's what happened to myself. So yeah, take on these challenges, support charities like Children with Cancer UK, and do what is capable for you physically, but do it with caution and put your health first. It's not about a race against time. It's about walking from Bedford to my doorstep to Brighton, Rocky Beach, in a matter of 2 or 3 days. And I do apologize for saying I would have done it in 2 days, and that was me, Goddo, being me, determined to do it. But we did finish it together, guys, in 3 days on Brighton Beach, and we've raised a beautiful amount of money for a really super charity.
That's brilliant, mate. And again, thank you for being so honest about that. I mean, yeah, knowing you, the determination would have been to carry on and to do the walk in the next day. So you did the 1 day to do it in the 2 days. So you were advised by medical advice to go into 3 days. So so how did that look going forward? So what did that look like for the next 2 days then? What did that make your walk? So what was the destinations over those 2 days?
So so the destinations from the plans back in March were always the same. So they didn't be changed. So the plans were that then the following day, Sunday, I would, rather than starting at 6 in the morning, being that this episode was happening about 1 in the morning earlier, get a good sleep, which I did, woke up to all the beautiful messages, all the encouragement, and I had a good breakfast. And then the plans were always to do Paddington to Horley, which is in Surrey, I believe, and then go from Horley to Brighton on the same day. But what we did was we stopped in Horley for the evening, and then the next day, which was Monday, we did the remaining of the journey. So that changed a little bit where it comes to amount of days it was done, but it didn't change. We actually did the whole journey and finished it at Brighton.
And do you know what, Godwin? That is the message. These things, it is a massive thing you undertook, and it doesn't take away one bit if it took you an extra day. The walk was always 166 kilometres, and you walked 166 kilometres, so you can be proud of that. And I'm really encouraged by the message that you want to give other people that say, yes, go and do it, go and challenge yourself, but be careful. Please be careful. And this is why we do things like this. This is why it's always good to highlight sometimes when things don't go to plan, what is plan B? And you've got the support of a fantastic family there. I know obviously your daughters, Charlotte and Sophie, Colette, your wife as well. Just making that decision as a family was the right decision, and that's why you're sitting here today telling me that you've walked 166 kilometres, because of your family and because of making that decision.
Yeah, it was a family decision. I did promise them we would discuss it, do it together, decide together if I would carry on or not, being that they were concerned about what they saw in front of them on a Saturday night, which I don't blame them. But to be fair, they've been very supportive of what I wanted to do with this team effort, walking all this way. And they were supportive right till the finish. And obviously, we can chat about it later, but I had a lovely surprise at Brighton, which was funny but lovely.
Okay, stay tuned to that. The next bit of recording I've actually got is from Sunday. I think I called you around 4 o'clock on Sunday afternoon. Let's have a little listen to that. And this is with a new pair of walkers with you as well. Hello.
Hello, mate.
How are you?
I'm all good, thank you.
Well, it's been a bit of a strange 24 hours, hasn't it?
It has indeed. Yesterday, once we got to Paddington, something unexpected happened at a medical episode, and I had to get the medics in. I fainted because of exhaustion, which is understandable when you've done 84k and 16 hours of constant walking.
Just a bit, yeah.
So what we decided to do, and the medics gave the advice, I've split the next leg, which is Paddington to Brighton, into two. So the moment I'm with Sophie and Malcolm, and we are doing Paddington to Hawley. We are 32k in for the 42, so we're doing quite well. And then tomorrow, from Hawley down to Brighton.
Oh, that's. You know what? I think it's the right decision. I know you'd have been frustrated because I know what you're like and your determination that you wanted to do it. But let's not forget that this is taking absolutely nothing away from what you've done. It is an absolutely amazing feat, and I think it's the right decision. You're still helping so many people. I've also noticed. I went onto your Just Giving a minute ago at 7 o'clock on Sunday night. 3,900, so we're just £100 away from that 4,000 target.
People have been so lovely and so supportive to get us this close. Just a little more push, and we'll get over that 4,000 mark, which means so much to Children with Cancer UK to continue the great work they do with children.
Absolutely, mate. So so what's the plan for tomorrow then? So you've got 8k left today.
So 8k left today. That should take us maybe another 3-4 hours maximum. And then tomorrow, round about lunchtime, I will set off for from Hawley down to Brighton. That should take me about 9 hours, and then get to the beach, and then hopefully we can celebrate.
Oh, we are going to be celebrating, mate. You are absolutely going to celebrate that tomorrow. We absolutely believe it. How are your walkers today getting on? Obviously, with Sophie and Malcolm, how are they doing?
Yeah, Sophie and Malcolm are doing great. In fact, today my added bonus was what happened last night, and then waking up this morning when I realised I got two fresh people walking with me, full of beans. They've got music going. We've been dancing, we've been singing. People that can see the Instagram story can see it's a crazy walk. It's not just normal walk today. It's a bit of a party mood walk. So that's really helping me a lot.
Oh, that again, mate, just absolutely brilliant. So we are counting down to the Brighton finish. Obviously, what I'll do is I'll give you another call again tomorrow if you're okay with that.
Yes, of course, definitely. You'll be very supportive, Richard. So we're very happy to speak to you and tell you how it is going even tomorrow. Awesome
stuff. And I want the call when you hit Brighton Pier, mate. I want to know when you've done it tomorrow.
You're going to find out, mate. One of the friends is going to find out when I actually touch the Brighton sands at the beach.
And you can come on. So for this thing, what we're going to do is I'm recording all these, and then we're going to play them on Thursday's episode when it goes out, obviously when we speak. But again, we'll talk about that, but I just want to go through that stages. You've shown me so much determination by actually what's happened to you, taking the medical advice, because I know that would have hurt, and then doing exactly the right thing. And having a party walk with you with Sophie and Malcolm today is exactly the right thing to do, because
my family were very worried about today that I'm just gonna get up, go on and carry on where I left off last night. But to be honest with you, when I woke up, I felt really great, very determined, and the most important thing was the overwhelming number of messages of well wishers from across everywhere. So that was my Goddo. You're getting out and you're going to do this.
Brilliant, mate, and you are doing that right now. I'm going to let you carry on with your walk because you want to get finished for your last 8k today, and I'll give you a bell tomorrow, mate.
Richard, thank you so much.
Always a pleasure, mate.
All, mate.
Good luck, and good luck to Sophie and Malcolm too. Bless you, mate. Take care.
Bye for now.
Bye now. Bye-bye. So on that, Goddo, we heard that you obviously had your 2 new walking partners, Sophie and Malcolm. How was the walking different from day 2 from day 1?
Sophie and Malcolm brought in a very lovely feeling to the walk. They brought this music speaker, and I said to them, "Are we going to carry that for 42 kilometers?" "Yes, we are," they said. So I thought, right. They had fresh legs, so they could set a decent pace. But they brought this party vibe, dancing, singing, brilliant feel to the walk. I could notice the people driving on Sunday night back home from a day out, seeing these 3 people in uniform with the Children with Cancer hats and T-shirts, looking in tandem, if you like, and dancing and hands up and singing and swinging and looking like, but the message was going across. They're actually seeing that we were doing something special for a really special charity. So yeah, it brought a different feel to the walk. And what was interesting for me was that it made the walk seem shorter. It wasn't shorter, it was still 42. By the time we actually finished in Hawley, it was 45k. Mentally, because my mental fatigue is something that if it hits in, it could affect the rest of your body, doesn't it? Because your brain then would be tired, and then the rest of your body would get tired. But with those 2, Sophie and Malcolm, because they brought that kind of atmosphere, I thought, oh, that seems to be such a shorter walk than any of the day before. I know it wasn't length, but it was the way that we got there and thinking, oh, that was like a walk in the park, literally. So yeah, they brought this element of youthfulness, of energy, so that Team Goddo could go forward and finish that part of the journey.
Do you think that the change of pace helped you finish? Do you think having to physically do that with medical advice and then changing your walking partners, do you think that massively impacted you being able to get the job done?
Yes. Changing the pace on the 2nd and 3rd day really helped. What I can say on the 2nd day, and even going back to the 1st day, walking 17 hours with my daughter Charlotte, walking 9 hours with my daughter Sophie and their partners. But let's talk about immediate family, and I want to do this as a message to people listening to us today on your podcast. I got to know a lot more about their lives because we didn't have a mobile phone we had our heads stuck into, looking at messages. We were just walking, chatting, walking, laughing, walking, crying. And what I want to say is, when you're with your immediate family, give them the time they deserve. Sit down and talk together. Forget your mobile phones, forget your computers, technology. Just listen to what they have to say. Discover what their lives are about. Be close to them. It's not just about technology. We sometimes we see many people, families in restaurants, and instead of chatting, their heads are buried in their phones. No communication. Let's do a bit of old school. Let's communicate more. And these walks gave me the joy, helping children with cancer as a team, but gave me the joy of being close to my daughters and talking to them properly without needing any kind of messages or anything going to and forth.
Do you know, Gordon, that's an absolutely amazing message, and that is what Inside the Orange is all about for me. We know so much more from people when we connect with people. And you're right, in the days of technology, and obviously this is going out on social media, so obviously I need an element of technology, but let's not forget that ultimately we're human beings, and human beings need other human beings. And to get the best out of people, we need people. And we need people to ask questions. We need people to say, how's your day been? What's going on? And this is why you are so impactful as a guest on my show, because people cared about your journey. People cared what you're doing because you care about Children with Cancer UK. And you are the first guest I've ever had on and you are going to take some topping, mate, because what you say, you believe, and you are giving so many positive messages what this show is all about to people that are listening. So thank you for just even that last bit there was absolutely amazing. So thank you. It means a lot from us.
You're very, very welcome, mate. You know, I speak my heart out. One of my, if you want to call them downfalls in my life, throughout my life, even before, my heart I wear on my sleeve. And sometimes it's good because people appreciate that and support and give you the love back. But sometimes it could work against you, having your heart on your sleeve. People might abuse of that. But my message will always be, keep your heart on your sleeve, give out the love, and if you don't get it back, one day it will come back. And through this walk, it has happened. I can't mention the episodes where it's happened, but it's happened with people I actually know, and I've got love back through what we've done with this walk, which I never expected, and it blew me away. But if it's okay with you, I'll keep it inside my heart without having to mention names or anything.
No, that's fine, and I'm sure these guys know. I'm sure the people that you're talking about know exactly what you're saying. So we're going to move into, I believe, the next recording. So let's have a little listen, and we'll have a catch-up after.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Cooking, mate. Cooking on gas.
I definitely believe that. How's today looking so far?
A bit of traffic here, so give me a second.
That's fine, mate.
Let's get this traffic out of the way. Bit noisy when you're on the A23 down to Gatwick. Sorry, down to Brighton. Yeah, it's all going good, mate. All really going good. I think I'm doing a good pace as well, being this is the third day that I'm doing like long walking. Yesterday, as you know, we completed the Paddington to Hawley, now on the way to Brighton. Just had a quick pit stop on the way down. But the amazing thing is how kind people have been with their donations. I can't believe how it shot through the $4,000 yesterday. It really, really inspired me, that. So thank you, everyone.
That's brilliant. Do you know the figure as it stands right now? Do you know the figure?
I think it was a 4,100 something, but I haven't been looking, if I'm honest.
Okay, so I can tell you...
It could have got a bit higher.
I can tell you, as of 3:45 this afternoon on Monday, it's 4,000... I'll let the traffic go.
Sorry, I didn't get that.
No, that's fine. £4,308.
Wow, that's amazing. Wow. It's going to make me go faster, mate. I'm going to start jogging, actually.
No, let's not do that.
Start jogging down to Brighton.
Let's not jog. Let's remember what the medic said a couple of days ago. Let's get there in one piece.
I know, mate, I know. I just had a lovely call by Claire from Children with Cancer UK with a concern that I had the episode and everything. But you know what? Life goes on. The show must go on. With Goddo, that will definitely go on. And the main important reason is people like you, Rich, and all the support and care from work, family, friends, everywhere. It means a lot, and it keeps me going, mate.
That's absolutely brilliant, mate. What time are you due for Brighton? Do you know? Have you got a rough time?
So the time I am heading to Brighton would be around 9 o'clock tonight.
Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to give you a little call then and hopefully cheer you over the line if that's all right with you, sir.
Oh, that would be brilliant, mate. Would be really, really good. I want to thank everyone on your podcast who have been following and liking things and sharing. It's been so important. To be honest with you, I will definitely say this was a huge team effort that we're doing this weekend. A huge team effort. I am fronting it, but there's a huge team behind what I'm doing, and I would like to thank them from the bottom of my heart.
That's absolutely brilliant, mate. We'll keep going, and we'll talk at the finish line then, mate.
Oh, yes, of course. It's a bit noisy with this thing. But thank you very much, mate.
Thank you for your words.
Speak to you definitely later, and I'm going to be getting there today. We will definitely get this road finished, definitely.
Brilliant, mate. Well done. Keep going. We're so proud.
Again.
Sorry, sir?
Thank you for your support.
Bless you, no worries. And as I say, I'll speak to you later on, mate. Take care.
Okay, Rich.
Take
Bye
care.
for now.
Bye bye. Bye bye.
So last week we set a target when we did this last podcast, and we said we wanted to try and get you to £4,000. And in that clip there, we heard that you'd surpassed £4,000. So how did it feel once you had hit the £4,000 target that we spoke about last time?
Oh, it felt amazing. The reason that this walk was organised was to get as many funds to Children with Cancer UK, who in turn support children with cancer, their families. They accommodate families in hospitals where the children need the treatment, so they keep families together, and that's amazing. Also, they invest in research so that children can get kinder treatment. Also, and it's one of my dreams, every child would get to ring the end of treatment bell. So when I knew that we'd hit the 4,000 and went over it, it was an added fuel for us to keep going forward, and it was an indescribable feeling. And all I could see at that point was not a tired brain, not a tired legs or a bad back that was hurting me. It was we are all getting to Brighton.
That's absolutely brilliant, mate. So the next clip I'm going to play, actually, we were supposed to be speaking on the phone, but what you did was an amazing thing. You put out on your Instagram story, you put the finish line was a live story. I watched that clip and I was emotional. I was in tears.
To be fair, it was the most emotional moment for me in a long time. It was the finish line of an incredible journey where I have never had in my life so much support ever. I was coming from a past where I did not believe in myself. I went through a phase where I used to think, oh no, I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough. I'm not as good as that person. No, I'm not. I'm just... So to actually have that moment and share it with so many people and so many lovely comments coming through, it has just made me so happy. You can't describe how really happy I am with all that.
That's absolutely brilliant, mate. As I say, we'll have a little listen for the clip now. I didn't tell you that I'd recorded this one, but this is one that we got from your Instagram story. I hope you don't mind. I stole it.
That's fine.
Let's have a little listen and we'll have a last catch up after that.
Hello everyone, I hope you're there. It's been a long time coming since Saturday. And here we are at Brighton seafront. There's Brighton Pier there. Obviously it's closed because it's late at night. This has been an incredible journey, and you've been so amazing in supporting what I've been doing with this walk. I can't describe the feeling at the moment. Can't describe the feeling that I'm having inside. It's been all about the children and helping the children. And a message to them tonight, me coming here to Brighton Beach. The message here tonight is to those people who are going through cancer and the children who are going through cancer and their families. I want to say one thing. You are not alone. You're never alone. You've got us here with you. We're here to support you. Never feel alone, ever, ever. As you can see down there, there's the sea and the beach and the sand. I would like to thank all of you, people that have walked with me, the Goddo boys who came down to support me on Saturday. I want to say thank you to Chris and Charlotte, Malcolm and Sophie, my car support. Everything was wonderful. Thank you for all the friends who came down and surprised me in Harpenden. It is amazing, an amazing feeling at the moment. But most of all, I want to thank each and every one of you who have been supporting and who have been donating and sharing the love and the comments that that you've been given have been amazing. On Saturday, when the medics came and I thought, oh God, I can't finish this. But you know what? When I woke up in the morning, yesterday, all those messages, they blew me away. And I want to thank you for everything from the bottom of my heart, of what you actually said that made me go further. And I'm here today. 166 kilometers, all the way from Bedford. We now hit the beach, and as you can see, it's a little bit dark, but I want to say one thing. This journey that I was on, even though it was challenging, I'm not going to say a lie, my legs are killing me at the moment, and my back is, but it's nothing compared to what these children go through when they have their treatment. It's a grueling treatment that they get. And here, what we're doing is, with your support, because you've been brilliant in your support, absolutely outstanding, and appreciated, and you're all in my heart. But with the funding that we're going to pass on to Children with Cancer UK, they can work for more research, for kinder treatments, more research, and also they do invest in supporting families, and they keep families together, so when the child has to go away to hospital, the family can go with them to that hospital, so the families don't get broken up. And obviously, my dream and my wish as a person, as Goddo, is that one day all children will get to ring the end of treatment bell. What I'm going to do now is, you can see the sea there, and I have said it all along, that from my walk in Bedford right down to the seaside, I'm going to go and get in that sea. I can't take obviously my phone with me, it'll be ruined, but look out for video clips that will be coming in of me actually swimming into there, so that we together would have finished this journey. We've been together from the first moment we set off, and we're together now, and for that I will never forget what you did. Each and every one of you, whether you were in Malta, whether you were in the UK, anywhere in the world, you've done something magical here. Us together. It's been together each step of the way. We've had tears, we've had joy, we've had laughter, we've had partying, all sorts. Dangerous moments on the road, of course. But it was all for one thing, and it was to support the fabulous charity that is Children with Cancer UK. A fabulous charity. And from my bottom of my heart, I tell the team at Children with Cancer UK, you are amazing, and we love you, and we've got you in our hearts, and we'll help you again, all the time. We never stop helping you. We're there for you. Now it's time to get a well-earned dip, because I'm sweaty in the swarm, and I'm going to have to sign off. Don't forget, keep going, keep sharing that Goddo 27, Just Giving. I am going to keep it open for a whole week, so please, 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 if you've got £5, €5, $5, any currency you fancy, or any currency you prefer, just pop it into that little click on the Just Giving page. We appreciate every moment that you've been with us. Appreciate every penny you have supported, and it's going to a beautiful cause. So I love you. I'm getting a little bit emotional myself. It's because it's been overwhelming. I thought I would not finish this, but you've made me get to the finish line. Thank you so much. I'll never forget that. Each and every one of you, wherever you are. Love you so much. And keep on supporting, keep on sharing the love. Love you.
That is such an amazing clip, and when I heard it, it did make me emotional. Talk to me what it was like hitting that beach at 10 to 9 on Monday night. Talk to me.
I would like to start by saying that I'm going to be honest with your listeners. I never knew what a live feed Instagram thing was. and Sophie had done that the day before during the walk, and I thought, oh, that would be a better way for everyone to finish together, going to a live feed. But I did not know what a live feed was, so I thought, right, let me try it. So I asked Sophie, and she explained on the phone to me. So I thought, okay, I think I've got that. But she warned me and said, Dad, whatever you do when you go on a live feed, make sure it's proper language. Don't do your usual bit here's and bad word here, you know, because people are listening. So that was it. Yeah, get into Brighton Beach. When I was in the last 2 blocks away, I could kind of see the pier in the distance, and I thought, I'm there. I'm actually there, you know. So with that live feed going on, walking down onto the rocks and getting really close to the sea and thinking, right, this is it, you know. I did say I would get into that sea and dive in, and I'm thinking, but my car support's not here to film it. How the heck am I going to film it? And I was standing there looking around, and there was a couple that were like hugging on the beach, and they were like standing looking out at the sea. And I was thinking, should I ask somebody I don't know? Maybe they could film me. What if they ran away with my phone and I'd lost all the footage and everything? So I thought, no, let me wait for the car support. But my adrenaline was so running high. I just needed to take my clothes off. I didn't take them all off, by the way. And get into that sea. In the meantime, this couple on to my right started to strangely walk sideways, still hugging. And I'm thinking, they caught my attention because I'm thinking, if you're going to walk, you just turn and walk. But they were side-stepping closer to me. And I'm thinking, this really is weird. And then suddenly it was like, uncover Charlotte and Chris. Surprise, surprise. And I thought, what are they doing here? So that was really a good emotional moment because Charlotte and Chris were there. Sophie ran onto the beach. She got there as well. Literally, I had spoken to them on the phone 20 minutes earlier, both of them, and they didn't give me any inkling that they were going to surprise me. And obviously that was a really, really big emotional moment because they surprised me with this poster of finishing line and stuff. And I want to thank them from the bottom of my heart for actually doing that.
That's lovely, mate. I mean, you've done something amazing, right? We've talked about your family, we've talked about the walk, but 166 kilometres, right? It goes beyond belief. To do it in one weekend is just absolutely astounding. What I found so amazing about you is not once have you said I've done this, I'm doing this, I'm doing this. It's all been we or you and or Team Goddo. Hashtag Team Goddo. It's out there on social media, I can tell you that. That for me was something that inspired me, and that's why you've had so much interest in what you're doing, because you've involved everyone, and that goes to show just how much of an amazing person you are. You, from the bottom of my heart, you're somebody that came onto a podcast that had no listeners, that had no reputation, but you did it because your message is right. You're someone that is an absolute privilege and amazing person to interview, because everything that you say, you believe and you feel. That's what's amazing about you, and that's why I wanted the biggest chance to speak to you on Inside the Orange, on the Inside the Orange podcast. I need to say thank you, and the population who have listened or heard and shared your story want me to say thank you. You are an amazing person, and you deserve all the accolades, all the attention that you've got, and you've done absolutely fantastic for Children with Cancer UK. There is one question that I'm burning to ask you. What's next?
Good that you're touching on that point, because a lot of the messages from yesterday through Instagram and Facebook to me personally were, oh God, we're going to miss watching your story. When are you going to give us our next story? I feel that next year, round about Easter time, we as a team should take on a new challenge, but doing it carefully and cautiously and planning it well so that we don't have any episodes. So yeah, definitely will be something that will happen at Easter. I would like your listeners, if they would like to suggest maybe challenges that we can take on as a team. I would love to welcome more people to come and support physically what challenge we decide to go forward with. But ultimately, it would have to be fundraising for Children with Cancer UK, because I believe in what they are doing. And some of the stories, the positive stories of children with cancer, and also sad stories of children with cancer and the results, have really touched my heartstrings. And really, really, all the way back to that day in 2002, when I was visiting my dad, my late dad, in hospital. And that child who was recovering from a similar operation to my dad, but a young child, stayed with me for such a long time. So yes, to be doing a new challenge next year, 2021, that's something that I look forward to do with all of you.
That's absolutely brilliant. Inside the Orange will be a part of that in any form that we can do. There is just one thing that I'm just going to check before we go any further, and that is that your Just Giving page currently sits at £4,700, which is amazing.
Wow, thank you so much, everyone. You've been so supportive and responding to anything that I have been putting on my Instagram story. And please keep following that story, because we haven't ended yet. The Just Big Giving page is still open. I have friends and family who will have their payday soon, and they did say that they would donate. So it's staying open all throughout the week into the week after. So yes, please, Goddo 27 Just Giving. Just keep on supporting, and then it's amazing the reaction I got. I had set a target of £2,000, and when we set off with the plans, and I thought, at the moment, people are not so well off due to COVID and all that, and 2,000 is a big ask. So to actually hit 2,000, and then 3,000, and then 4,000, and now nearing the £5,000, that is so amazing. You're so kind, so generous. You getting my love back and respect forevermore. Please keep sharing. Please keep sharing the love. Let's try and get to the £5,000.
And what better way to end this episode than that? I want to say from the bottom of my heart, Goddo, thank you so much for letting me be a part of this. And
You've been tremendous. You, through your podcast, have been tremendous support, and it's one of the most important things that I could have had happen. Have somebody so supportive, wanting to know where we got to during the journey, pushing us forward, and then putting it out on your podcast for people to share and listen. So thank you so much for making me as a guest. I feel privileged.
Oh, bless you. This has nearly been an hour-long episode today, so it's just been full of stuff that is so important and so amazing to talk about. Guys, to follow Inside the Orange, you can go to Inside the Orange on Instagram. You can follow at Orange Watts on Twitter, and there's a Facebook page of Inside the Orange podcast if you want to have a look at that. Please, if we can get any further over the line, I thank you from the bottom of my heart for getting us over that £4,000 target as listeners. So thank you. If there's anything else you've got in there, please give it in. If you're finding this 6 months down the line, visit Children with Cancer UK online. If the Just Giving page is closed, help these guys out. Look at people who are doing it. It's such a great cause, and there are so many people doing it. And as I say, I'm proud of Godwin, and I'm also proud to be helping the Children with Cancer UK get any money they can to get those children ringing those bells. Last word from Godwin. What do you want to say, mate?
I just want to say to everyone, thank you for listening in. Thank you for all the support. I will definitely be speaking to you about a new event next year. If it's okay with you, I would come back and have a chat with you about that and all the plans.
Anytime.
And I would like to say one final thing is, I love you. God bless you, and keep up your loveliness.
Bless you, mate. Thank you very much. Godwin, goodbye and take care.
Thank you, Richard.